Consider the example. Find the convolution sum of x of n and h of n. X of n is given as u of n and h of n is given as u of n minus 3. So you are asked to find y of n, which is x of n convolution with h of n. So according to your derivation, y of n is summation k equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of k h of n minus k. Now I have to substitute x of n in terms of x of k, h of n in terms of h of n minus k. So x of k is x of n where n is replaced by k, which is u of k. Similarly, h of n minus k. In h of n, replace n by n minus k. So h of n minus k is u of n minus k minus 3, which we will write according to our convenience u of minus k plus n minus 3, which is our h of n minus k. Substitute this in our equation. Y of n equal to k, y of n equal to summation k equal to minus infinity to plus infinity x of k h of n minus k. I have got x of k and h of n minus k. Substitute in that equation. Y of n is equal to summation k equal to minus infinity to plus infinity u of k, u of minus k plus n minus 3. The same equation can also be written in terms of h of k and x of n minus k. Why? Because convolution is commutative and hence x of n convolution with h of n is also h of n convolution with x of n, where you can write h of k into x of n minus k, which I will deal in the next example. So now what is this? U of k into u of minus k plus n minus 3. You have to multiply u of k samples with u of minus k plus n minus 3 samples with this summation. So now what is this u of k? I will try to draw this. U of k is a unit sample sequence. It is nothing but a signal whose amplitude is 1 for all values of k. This is your time axis k. This is my u of k, which exists from 0 to infinity. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 towards plus infinity, and amplitude is of all the samples is 1. Okay. So now similarly try to draw u of minus k, which is shifted by n minus 3. So u of minus k, so which starts at 0 and moves towards minus infinity, u of minus k, a reflected version of u of k. So 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5 and so on towards minus infinity with an amplitude 1. Since it is not only u of minus k, it is u of minus k plus n minus 3. So what is this n minus 3? I don't know the value. So I will assume that this is at 1, at 2 and so on. It is shifted by somewhere here n minus 3 lies. Why I have shifted or written the value n minus 3 towards right side? Because there is a difference between u of k plus 1 and u of minus k plus 1. U of k plus 1 means towards left side. U of k shifted towards plus side. But when it is reflected version of u of k, which is u of minus k plus 1, you have to shift towards right. The concept becomes exactly opposite. Similarly, if you have u of k minus 1 and u of minus k minus 1, u of k minus 1, you shift towards right by 1 or by an amount 1, whereas u of minus k minus 1, you have to shift towards left by an amount 1. Okay, that is the difference between u of k and u of minus k, or x of k, x of minus k, any signal which is having the time axis in reverse, that is reflection. Now you have to multiply this signal. What is this signal? This is your u of minus k plus n minus 3. N minus 3 is nothing but it can take n, suppose for example n equal to 10. So u of minus k plus 7. So somewhere 1, 2, 3, 4 at 7 this signal ends. From 7 it starts and towards left it is u of minus k. Now you have to multiply these two. If I try to multiply at 0, it is 1. So at 0 y of n is 1. At 1 it is 1 into 1, again 1, at 1, and so on. I need to go on multiplying these samples towards plus infinity and towards minus infinity also, which takes a lot of time. Hence we need to generalize this computation. So what I will do is I will try to summarize it as y of n. What is y of n? When n minus 3, this n minus 3 is less than 0. Means I will try to shift all these samples towards left. Means I will try to assume the value n minus 3 if it is less than 0. Means less than 0 means somewhere I don't have any samples here towards right side after 0. So n minus 3 samples are somewhere less than 0. So what is y of n? And similarly, what is y of n? When n minus 3 greater than or equal to 0, means n minus 3 is exactly lying at this or somewhere here, which is now which I have drawn. N minus 3 is greater than 0. Okay, so greater than n minus 3 greater than 0. So what are the samples that get multiplied? When n minus 3 is less than 0, all these samples, n minus 3 samples are somewhere here. I don't have any samples here. N minus 3 less than 0 means these samples are not present here somewhere. These samples are not present. So in that case, y of n is equal to 0 when n minus 3 is less than 0. If you want to make it more clear, so I will try to draw u of k. This is your towards infinity u of k with an amplitude 1, right? Now you want n minus 3 less than 0. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. U of k. U of minus k, this signal I will try to draw. U of minus k plus n minus 3 where n minus 3 is less than 0. Less than 0 means somewhere I will try to assume this is taking some samples like this. This is k minus 3 minus 4 minus 5 minus 6 with an amplitude 1 towards minus infinity. Okay, so suppose n minus 3 less than 0 means I will write here n minus 3 which is less than 0 with an amplitude 1. Now if you try to multiply this signal is your u of minus k plus n minus 3. Okay. Now if you try to multiply, check out at 0 for u of k I have 1, but at 0 I don't have any samples for this signal. Similarly at 1 no samples for this. At 2 no samples for u of minus k plus n minus 3. Why? Because you're told that n minus 3 is less than 0. All the samples are lying before the values of 0 of this signal. So if you try to multiply the samples of u of k with this, it gives you 1 into 0, 1 into 0, at 2 1 into 0, at 3 1 into 0 and so on. Towards right side it is 0. Similarly, if you try to check at minus 3, for u of k I don't have any values, but for u of minus k plus n minus 3 I have some value which is 1. Minus 4, it is 1, I don't have any value. So if you try to multiply this with these, again I don't have any samples for u of k, but I have samples for u of minus k plus n minus 3 for all values towards minus infinity. If you try to multiply such samples, you will get again 0. Towards left side also 0, towards right side also 0. Hence I have written it as y of n is equal to 0 when n minus 3 is less than 0. Now we will try to see this condition, n minus 3 greater than or equal to 0. So again I will draw your u of k. With an amplitude 1, time axis is 0, 1, 2, 3, u of k starting from 0 towards infinity. Whereas your u of n minus k plus n minus 3, now n minus 3 is greater than or equal to 0. So somewhere you should have the samples towards the positive side of u of k. This is your u of k. So I will try to write here. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, 3, somewhere here you have n minus 3 which is greater than or equal to 0. And this is towards minus infinity. What are these values? Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Now if you try to multiply, whose amplitude, amplitude is 1. Now if you try to multiply at 0, 1 at 0 I have the sample 1 into 1. At 1 I have samples. Till where? Till n minus 3 I have the samples for this signal. Whereas towards left at minus 1 I don't have any values for u of k, but I have for u of minus k plus n minus 3 I have the samples. At minus 1 this is 1, but at minus 1 it is 0. Minus 1 into 0, 0. Since it is summation, you have seen summation k equal to minus infinity plus infinity. The samples go on adding 0 plus at 0 1 into 1 plus at 1 1 into 1 at 2 1 into 1 and so on. Similarly plus at minus 2 1 into 0 plus at minus 3 1 into 0 and so on towards minus infinity. All the values are 0. Whereas towards positive values, how the signals get multiplied or from where the signals are getting multiplied? From 0 I am getting the amplitude for this signal. So I can write this as y of n equal to summation k equal to 0 and till what? Till n minus 3. Summation k equal to 0 to n minus 3 u of k into u of minus k plus n minus 3. What is u of k? Summation k equal to 0 to n minus 3. U of k means what? Its amplitude is 1 for all the k values from 0 to infinity. These values are also 1 from 0 to n minus 3. So you can write it as summation k equal to 0 to n minus 3, 1. So according to your summation formula, summation k equal to 0 to n minus 3, you can write it as summation n plus 1 minus 3, which is equal to n minus 2. Why? You have the formula summation k equal to 0 to n of 1, which is n plus 1. At 0 you have 1, at 1 you have 1, at 2 you have 1 and so on till what? Till n. So 1 plus 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 and so on till this is k equal to 0, this is k equal to 1, this is k equal to 2, this is k equal to 3 and so on, this is k equal to n. So once you go on adding this, it will be n, okay, since it is k equal to n plus 1. So it is n plus 1. So I have written n plus 1. Say it is not k equal to 0 to n minus 3, it is 0 to n, it is n minus 3. So minus 3 have to subtract. So it is n minus 2. So y of n is equal to n minus 2 for what? For n minus 3 greater than or equal to 0. This is your solution for convolution sum of x of n with h of n. So now we will try to go for another example.